Today, the U.S. Supreme Court looked at a Colorado law banning so-called conversion therapy for minors. The leading medical associations say this therapy can hurt young people. But critics say the law limits what therapists can discuss with kids about gender and sexuality. Jan Crawford is at the Supreme Court tonight.
The state is imposing their values on these kids.
Kaley Chiles is a licensed faith-based therapist who says her practice changed 5 years ago after Colorado put limits on what counselors could discuss with clients under 18 years old about gender identity and sexuality.
The law basically restricts the speech between me and my client. If your daughter were to say, I think I am a boy, we can only affirm and validate that and assist with gender transition.
Colorado is among nearly 20 states that prohibit what's called conversion therapy for minors, or as the law puts it, any practice or treatment that attempts or purports to change an individual's sexual orientation or gender identity. Chiles says it violates her free speech, and the issue has divided the lower courts. Colorado says it isn't targeting speech, but instead setting standards of conduct for health professionals.
They have a duty to make sure that they're following ethics and make sure they're following actual scientific practices.
Curtis Lopez Galloway has worked to pass similar laws in other states and says they protect kids.
So I went to conversion therapy when I was 16.
What was the purpose of the therapy?
It was to make me straight. It was a very, very dark time. There was a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety.
Chiles says the fight over this law is much broader than that.
We as counselors know that we should not be imposing our values on our clients. The problem right now is that Colorado is using me to impose their values on my client.
And this isn't the only case this term touching on transgender rights. The court also will decide whether transgender athletes can participate in girls' sports. That, of course, was a big issue in the presidential campaign. Jan Crawford, CBS News, the Supreme Court.